Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel where we talk all things true crime. I also throw in a little life vlog here and there as well. I hope you appreciate today's case coverage or whichever topic that we're going to be discussing today. And if you do, I hope you'll consider subscribing to the channel, maybe clicking that bell icon to be alerted to my new content, and maybe give me a thumbs up as well. It's all free to do, and it really truly does help the channel grow. And for all my returning Titans, thank you so much for coming and joining me for yet another upload. I really do appreciate each and every one of you so much. Have you joined our membership program yet? So it's a members only group that you can join. You can pick tier 1 through tier 3, and you get a lot of cool perks with each tier. So if you would like to join, just hit the join button below. Without further ado, I'm not going to keep you guys here all night with me talking about my channel, so we're going to go in to get today's case coverage. We're going to be discussing the case of Ashley Bush today and her baby Valkyrie. Also, really quick, I just want to say thank you to everybody. Well, actually, I want to say thank you to all of you guys. You guys have all been a really big help in my recovery from my eye surgery. But I also want to give out that special thanks to those people that reached out through my email and just said, hey Tanya, how are you feeling? I hope you're doing okay. Just those small little things really went a long way. And it is healing nicely. It's finally opening up again. So hopefully I'll be back to myself before too long. So without me talking anymore, let's go ahead and get into the case of Ashley Bush. I wanted to cover a timeline of the Ashley Bush case so we can all be caught up and know exactly what's going on and what happened to this beautiful woman and her unborn baby Valkyrie. 42-year-olds Amber and Jamie Waterman are facing federal charges for the disappearance and alleged unaliving of Ashley Bush and her unborn child. Bush was 31 weeks pregnant with a baby girl at the time of her kidnapping. Amber Waterman is charged with one count of kidnapping resulting in unaliving, according to court documents. And I'm sorry I have to use those kind of words, but it's YouTube, and you know how they like to get your channel when you use the bad words. So sorry about that, guys. Her husband, Jamie Waterman, has been charged with one count of being an accessory after the fact to kidnapping resulting in unaliving. The federal criminal complaint alleges that he helped Amber Waterman afterwards. After she kidnapped and she unalived Ashley, they're saying that he came in and he helped afterwards. So this is kind of how it started. Amber Waterman is accused of creating a fake Facebook account under the name of Lucy Barrows on October 25th, 2022. She did this to lure Bush into meeting her so that she could steal her unborn child. I thought this was only in movies. It's sick, it's sick. Josh Willis, Bush's fiance, says the mother of 3, soon to be 4, had complications during her pregnancy. During this pregnancy, Ashley was having complications, so the doctors decided to take her off of work, so she had to kind of stay at home. So she decided, hey, if I'm going to be at home, maybe I could start to look for a work from home job to help out with the bills, because they do have 3 children. So she went into a Facebook group for moms. On October 28th, a few days after she joined this Facebook group, Ashley and Amber decided to meet up for a potential job opening. She was actually going under the guise, remember, of Lucy Barrows. So I'm going to refer to her sometime in that sense. So during that meeting, Lucy mentioned she had baby supplies and she could give the family. So she's like, oh, I can give you all this baby stuff. And they're like a family that seems like they kind of maybe need a little bit extra help, because they do have 3 kids, and what family doesn't need extra help with having 3 children and then 1 on the way? So when she said, hey, I have baby items for you guys, they were really excited about that. Although he didn't tell Ashley at the time, he did feel a little uneasy about the situation, but she handed Ashley a bunch of paperwork that they would email her and told her, to wait for the boss to contact her for another interview. The next steps, according to Willis, were for Ashley to travel with Lucy to Bentonville, Arkansas, for an interview with said boss. Her husband dropped her off at a convenience store in Maysville, Arkansas on the morning of October 31st, and he said that he went to pick her up at 3 p.m. the same day. Ashley's husband said the last time that he had heard from her that day was when he received a text message from her saying, "You can come pick me up now," and she was in Grayetteville. All I saw, he said, all I saw was her and the lady. She rode with both, and they both passed me. Neither one stopped. The driver looked at me and kept going, he said. So that comes from her husband. So basically, he's sitting there waiting for her to stop, and the driver looks at him and is like, "Nah, I'm not going to stop." That's when her husband proceeded to follow the truck, but lost it heading up north on Highway 43. He said his family came very quickly and started searching for Ashley. "We tried all night long, texting her, calling her, trying to get her to answer," he said. The family started calling to learn more about Lucy and the company she allegedly worked for. They're smart. When he got a hold of the company told him that there was no Lucy that worked for that company. On October 31st, the family was able to ping and locate Ashley's phone. Willis says it was found in a ditch about a half a mile from the location where he last saw her in Maysville. While Ashley's loved ones searched for her and for answers for her disappearance, Amber Waterman was back in Missouri. According to the arrest affidavit, Amber told detectives that she had been home all day on October 31st with her son and another child, and she went into labor that afternoon. After calling 911, Amber traveled to an ambulance at a store in McDonald County, Missouri. So, not even the same state. Amber told detectives that she had delivered a stillborn that evening. This is crazy. The story gets crazier and crazier, guys. McDonald County Sheriff Evanson said they responded to reports of a newborn baby not breathing on Monday night. EMS intercepted the couple near Longview, Missouri, as they were on the way to the hospital. So they were like, stop, we need to help you. A medical helicopter was on standby and to take both Amber and the baby to the hospital. So to get you guys kind of caught up here, basically, Amber's nuts. We don't want to give her that defense though, but she steals Ashley and her unborn baby. She doesn't give them. She steals them, like she kidnaps them, and then decides to take the baby. She's just going to take the baby. She decides. Who does that? The McDonald County coroner, B.J. Goodwin, was called to take the baby to the area funeral home after EMS was unable to revive her. According to Goodwin, and that's the coroner, Amber allegedly had the placenta in her pants when EMS showed up, causing Jamie to think she had the baby. Goodwin stated that Amber allegedly refused any medical treatment and they had to retrieve the placenta from her pants. The baby appeared to have been cut out of Ashley and wasn't in the same spot that she was later found in. On November 1st, detectives met with the Watermans, who let them search the home and the tan-colored truck matching the description of the one Bush was last seen in, according to prosecutors. When detectives asked Amber for her phone, she told them that she had lost it. That happens all the time, Every time the cop asks for a phone, it's always, "I lost it." She also told investigators that she was the only person who had access to the tan-colored truck that was at the home. Who does that? Do you guys do that? You and your husband or you and your wife, you don't drive each other's cars or get in each other's cars at all? You don't do that? Sounds a little weird to me. When detectives asked Amber if she knew, Ashley, like, "Hey, Amber, do you know Ashley?" She said, "No, I don't know her." When asked about the Lucy Barrows account, Amber said that she previously had worked with her, Lucy Barrows, at Walmart, but they weren't close, according to the court records. So that's probably where she picked up the name. Isn't that always like somebody you work with, an ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend or something? The baby's name was going to be Valkyrie, so that's what I'm going to be referring to her in the rest of the video as, if I can help it anyway. So if I say, like, and I say baby, I'm sorry, I mean Valkyrie. So also on November 1st, the Watermans showed up to the funeral home to plan a memorial service for Valkyrie. Goodwin says they wanted to cremate Valkyrie's remains. They weren't even theirs to do that with. A memorial service for Valkyrie was scheduled for 1 p.m. on Wednesday, November 2nd. That morning, the Benton County coroner called asking for a DNA swab from the baby. I'm so glad people are smart and they do these things. They double check, they triple check. According to Goodwin, that's the coroner, the Benton County coroner arrived at the memorial service to take the baby for an autopsy. Goodwin says that the Watermans' demeanor changed when they found out the autopsy would be performed. And Amber allegedly asked multiple times, would DNA test be performed? He said as soon as Jamie heard that, he got up and ran out of the funeral home. Wonder why. Hands down craziest thing I've ever dealt with as a coroner for the 16 years that I've been a coroner, Goodwin said. Goodwin said that the Watermans wanted to name Valkyrie Dakota. A vehicle at the Watermans' home was seized by law enforcement and search warrants were obtained on Thursday, November 3rd, for their vehicle and search warrants for their home. During the search, detectives found what they believed to be bloodstains on the inside of the vehicle. According to the affidavit, he told detectives that after they questioned them and left their home on November 1st, Amber told him that she had unalived Bush and then quickly changed her story and said that Lucy had unalived her. Court records state that Amber led Jamie to the body of Bush, which was Amber, who was lying face down next to a boat near their house, covered in a blue tarp on November 1st. Amber even had the audacity to remove a ring from Ashley's finger and rolled her body onto the blue tarp, the affidavit says. Jamie then dragged it to a fire pit behind the home. The Watermans allegedly burned the body, moved it onto the bed of Jamie's blue GMC pickup truck, and drove a short distance to their home to hide the body. The Watermans were arrested on November the 3rd. In court on November the 4th, the Watermans were assigned a public defender, and the federal prosecutor asked the court to hold them without bond until their trial. Both of the subjects were booked into the Greene County, Missouri jail late on November 4th. They are being held there for U.S. Marshals. A hearing is going to be held in Springfield on November the 9th for the court to rule on that issue. Until then, they will be in federal custody. They probably don't want them getting hurt before they can get their due diligence, right? Because today I'm recording this on the 7th, and I will probably have this out on the 8th, so we will know some more, it sounds like, maybe on the 9th. I don't know. What do you guys think of this case? I feel like there's just going to be more to come. I don't know. I just feel like there's going to be more to come. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, please. Let me know if I missed anything on my timeline. I try to be as good as good as I can be, I guess. But if you guys haven't yet subscribed, please do so by clicking the subscribe button below. You know, all that fun stuff. Comment, like, hit the bell icon, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye, guys.